things off, I'm going to start off with a little video. So I'll get that ready for you. Let's get excited about Steam Day, right?
The world is made with tiny bits, with invisible stuff and weightless things.
The world is made of DNA, drawn together into tigers and cathedrals and snow cones.
The world is made with bits of language, letters and spaces and numbers, organizing nations and brunch and love.
The world is made of you, unreplicable, particular you.
You are made with tiny bits and words thrown together, you whose effect can be enormous, life-changing, history-making, world-better-making.
The code to change is also made from tiny bits and bytes drawn together to dig wells, share a joke with millions, get directions.
You are a girl who understands bits exist to be assembled.
And when you learn the code, you can assemble anything that you see missing.
And in so doing, you will fix something,
Or change something.
Or invent something.
or run something. And maybe that's how you will play your bit in this world.
All right. I want to kick things off with that. I think that's very inspirational, given this day. You know, you have a lot to look forward to. I got a chance to check out the workshops you have in store, and it's going to be an exciting day. I'm a little jealous, frankly. We had nothing like this when I was in middle school. Do you know what year I was in middle school? Yeah, it's a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you. But as Cindy mentioned, I work at Google, and I'll explain more about what I do shortly. But first, I'd like to dive into one of the aspects of STEAM that has most affected my life. Until now, I've been mostly focused on the A aspect of STEAM, the arts. Growing up, I loved painting, drawing. I took music lessons, piano for years, violin. I even dabbled in the saxophone. Come middle school, high school, I was interested in theater. I performed in 3 different musicals here at Visitation. And I even pursued acting in the children's theater and took classes there. And then come the end of high school, I was realizing more about my love of film. Now, do you all love movies here? Anybody? What are some of your favorite movies? Just shout them out. Oh, retro, okay. 80s, anyone else?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. Wow, you touched on some that I love as well. If you ask me any movie title, I can tell you the year it came out. Don't ask me why I have this useless knowledge, but I'm very proud of it. But some of my favorite movies, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I love movies that take you to the moon and inspire you to and evoke emotions, even make you think about something in an entirely different light. I wanted to inspire people and bring out that side of them as well. So because of that, I thought I want to be a film director. So when I left Visitation, I went to Chapman University. I got accepted into their film school, and that was down in Orange County, California, the OC. About a couple months in, I realized that film directing wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but nevertheless, I still wanted to create stories and inspire people. So I switched to a minor in screenwriting, and I ended up majoring in advertising and public relations. When I graduated college, I moved up to Los Angeles permanently, and I started working at some of the Hollywood film studios. My first job out of college, I worked as a receptionist at Focus Features. Focus Features has created a bounty of Oscar-caliber films, including Pride and Prejudice, Milk, Brokeback Mountain, Coraline, Box Trolls, of late, The Danish Girl, a lot of great films. And I took full advantage of being the face people saw when they entered the company. I got to work film events, movie premieres, screenings, and I even got to see celebrities when they would come in for meetings. I think to name a few that you might know, Ashley Greene from Twilight, Vanessa Hudgens, Nick Jonas, Demi Lovato, a few of those. And, you know, it was a lot of fun, but I was ready to get a little bit more involved in creative marketing. So I ended up switching jobs and went to Lionsgate. At Lionsgate, I worked in home entertainment marketing. That's the side of a film's release when it's finished its theatrical run and you get to watch it at home. So DVDs, digital. I was in charge of helping select some of the DVD artwork that would be decided. So Lionsgate has franchises like Hunger Games and Twilight. I also got to work on Thomas the Train and Shaun the Sheep and different children's properties as well. So that was a lot of fun, but I was still eager to get more creative. So I actually found a great opportunity at Fox. Went to Fox Studios, and there I got a job as the coordinator of their marketing strategy for all of their primetime television shows, some of which include American Idol, New Girl, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Glee, The Simpsons. Basically, I would work with all of the marketing teams to maintain a consistent strategy so that when we would launch a new show, everyone was on the same page and knew exactly what that message was going to be when viewers like you would see promotions for it. On top of that, I ran Fox.com's promotion program called Super Perks. Super Perks is a program that has sweepstakes that allows super fans to basically enter a contest and win a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, like to fly to Los Angeles to attend an American Idol finale performance, or go on behind the scenes of your favorite show and meet your favorite stars, or in this case here, to attend an all-star party, and these fans got to meet the cast of Sleepy Hollow. But I was involved in these promotions from start to finish. I would come up with the prizing. I would work with digital to create the web page. I worked with social media to promote the promotion through social channels so that all fans knew about the promotion. And then I was with the winners from selection all the way to fulfillment, and I would be with them on their winner's journey. So I would film them winning the prize, and basically we would use this video journal as promotion content to promote the show and to promote the Super Perks program so that other fans could see what's in store if they were a winner. So it was a lot of fun. One of my favorite promotions that we ran was for The Simpsons. We offered fans the chance to create their own couch gag introduction. So if you've watched The Simpsons, you know that every episode is different when Homer and gang run to the couch, right? Well, we gave fans the chance to, create their own interpretation. And the lucky winner flew to LA. They got to meet the creators of The Simpsons. They got to attend a table read where they heard all the voice actors, like Homer Simpson, and usually actually it's just a couple actors doing all of these voices. It's insane. They got to see that, and then they got to go to the animation house to see their concept come alive and eventually enter into the actual Simpsons show. So it was a lot of fun and a pretty incredible experience. But after a few years, I decided to take a step back and reevaluate the direction I was going. I took some time off, and I focused on some of the screenplays that I've been promising I was going to write, and I had just gotten too busy to finish. I also got to see some family across the country and just get re-engaged with what I wanted out of life. Well, as luck and timing would have it, I got wind of a job at Google that perfectly matched my skill set of the arts and media with bridging tech. It was a perfect match and couldn't have been more incredibly socially impactful. So now I live in San Francisco, and I work as a strategist on Google's computer science and media team. So what is computer science? Well, I can tell you what it's not, and it's not this. It's one of the coolest fields, and it encompasses all aspects of STEAM, which is very unique. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. It's creative, it's fun, you can do anything with it, unexpected, and it'll take you anywhere. But what is code? Code sounds like a scary word, but I can tell you it's anything but. It's really just a language for the computer. It's a tool to help you write your own story with technology. In fact, did you know that your personal cell phone has more computing power than the Apollo spacecraft that went to the moon? Yeah, that's how powerful code is. You can bring new ideas to life. and it touches every field any girl is passionate for. But the problem is that we need more girls to pursue the field. Only 1% of girls express interest in computer science. And while STEM is on the rise for female participation, computer science is the only field within STEM that's on the decline. It was at its peak in the 80s, believe it or not, and there wasn't much of an option for computer science. And now we have so many options, and we're only at about 17 to 18%. But the problem is computer science jobs are growing 2 times faster than any job. So we urgently need more computer science engineers. In 2020, in fact, we're going to have over 1 million jobs that we haven't trained a qualified workforce to fill. In fact, it's become a national priority. Obama last month actually called for the CS for All initiative, Computer Science for All, which basically creates a long-term strategy to incorporate computer science into core curriculum in schools. He wants to prepare students for jobs of the future. In fact, New York last fall made headlines for creating a mandate that within 10 years, all public schools must be required to have computer science before the kids graduated. Chicago, this past month, followed the same, except in summer. They're requiring freshmen starting next year to participate in computer science by 2020. So it's a big priority nationally. In fact, parents think so too. Parents are on board. They like the fact that schools will promote and use resources for computer science. However, most schools don't actually have those resources or classes available. Only 1 in 4 offer computer science. And there's a disconnect because while parents and students think it's important, the principals aren't seeing that demand, and so therefore they're not enforcing it within their administration. Another problem is tech just isn't inclusive. As you can see, only 16% of all technologist roles around the world are filled by women. And then 90% of those within the US are either white or Asian. It's a problem. We need to diversify technology. So how can we encourage more girls to pursue computer science? Well, Google being Google did some research. They actually surveyed 1,600 different students to find out what are the key factors as to why they're not pursuing computer science. Well, it came down to 4. Awareness, encouragement, access, self-perception, as well as career perception. Girls in particular were found to associate computer science with negative things, like being male, white, nerdy. They would say things like, I can't do it with my friends, it's just not for me, I can't change the world with it. Shocking, I know. That was actually a real quote. But because of these untrue and negative stereotypes, girls are not pursuing the field. And we need more. That's the problem. These stereotypes are affecting the industry negatively. So Google said, hey, here's something we can do about it. If we can change the perception of how this field is coming across in entertainment, then we can, and show positive portrayals of the real faces, that we can create an industry that's more balanced and actually reflective of the world and our country. Because that's ultimately what this comes down to. You know, if everyone around the world is using Google, Snapchat, and Instagram, you know, the people inventing those products need to be reflective of their users. It only makes sense. So enter my team. I work directly with Hollywood writers and producers to change the story of computer science so that it's more positive and diverse. And not just regurgitating the same negative stereotype of the nerdy white guy in the basement who has no friends. We find opportunities within storylines and characters to show them doing something more creative and innovative, whether it's through coding or just technology in general. These are some highlights of shows we've worked on. ABC Family's The Fosters. That was a great integration we did where one of the writers, they basically had this character, Mariana, who they hadn't done too much with, and they thought, hey, here's an opportunity. You know, she loves dance, but why don't we have her be dabbling with coding too and feeling she needs to decide. Well, she doesn't, but she doesn't think